and hoes, boats and hoes. I gotta have me my boats and hoes, boats and hoes, boats and hoes.
Episode number 22 is in the building.
Episode 22 of Bolts and Hose.
Bolts and Hose, here.
Yeah. We don't have any music in the background. It's a little quiet here today, a little eerie.
So actually have VIP service. We are here before it actually opens. Don't tell anybody.
Casey, no music, man? Oh, come on.
See, now he's going to kick us out. We snuck in the back though.
Maybe some 70s rock or something?
No 70s rock.
Some Skinner? Eric Clapton?
In homage to your, so this weekend here at Ingenious, they have Beats and Brews, which I was explained that it is basically like a rave that will
Beats and Brews?
Beats and Brews.
And
You know,
brews.
Oh, beat.
Flash
Okay.
beats. Yeah.
I
What
hear
do you
beat.
think?
I'm thinking of
Like
like
the
the
vegetables?
Office. No, I'm thinking of Dwight in the Office, Beats and Battlestar Galactica.
You lose me every time you open your mouth.
Self-pride.
She said.
And damn, it was that quick before we said something.
We're going to have to edit that out.
No way. Absolutely not.
All right. So what are you drinking over there, Bryce? That looks
This is an
very
apple
fruity. I knew you were going to say apple.
brandy barrel aged apple fritter barley wine.
Just because you have barrel aged in it does not make
Like
it
a
any
good-
more manly.
Like a good
It's
scotch.
still got apple fritter in it.
It's good. It's delicious. It's like 12%.
JB, we're not going to judge him, are we?
I don't judge anybody, so yeah.
That's right.
You're both there, buddy.
Dude, you're drinking nothing. It's
This
water.
is a manly lager.
It's not even a lager.
Yeah.
Staying hydrated.
So many things I want to say, but it would be
The hair
wildly insulting. Hey, you don't have a hair on your chest. What you got there, JB?
This is the flow of
Cold brew. Cold brew. What's the one? The new one or the one they went with?
Oh, blackface.
Blackface. What's the beer?
Birth of Cool.
Birth of Cool. Yeah, I guess a company or another brewery is going out of business, so they got it on tap here. It's actually
It's really good.
pretty good.
It's funny, Casey's playing that smack. Skinner. There you go, bro.
This is a second.
We glossed right over the fact that we've introduced a new team member to the podcast.
I know I was going to get there. We just kept flowing, so I didn't want to disrupt the flow.
I think now is probably a good time to introduce.
So we've had a wild response from having other Patriot Bolt members on the podcast. So Austin Villarreal, I mean, the numbers and the comments were out of this world. Danny Mahaya.
He's very popular with the ladies, Austin.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
I heard all about that. Danny, his episode was one of the most watched episodes in the history of Patriot Bolts and Hose.
I think it was
podcast.
him speaking Spanish. I think that was.
Yeah, that was another good one. But I think people like to learn about Honduras.
Yeah.
That was a big hit.
Beans and plantains. I still haven't gotten that out of my head.
Really?
Who the hell eats beans and plantains?
Actually, sounds kind of good. I mean, it's like a staple. It's fruits. and
Really?
beans. Yeah.
A staple?
Legumes.
Okay. Back to JB.
JB is in the building today. So JB, he does document control. He's one of our document specialists. He's dabbling his toes into some sales activities now. So he's
JB, does it actually say JB on your birth certificate? Or what's the story with that?
No, it doesn't. It's just kind of, they make the joke like just joshing you, like kind of
Okay.
got old quick, and
Josh.
my last name is pretty long, so it just became JB.
JB.
So your
Okay.
name is Joshua
Mm-hmm.
Bergeron.
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 Yeah.
Bergeron.
So it's a soft G, not a hard G.
It's more French inspired.
Depends on how you pronounce it. Yeah.
Bergeron.
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 See? And he is a cornhole champion, right?
Some
consider yourself a
days I would consider myself a champion. Yeah.
I dare someone to challenge this fool to bags. I mean, he will roll you up. I thought I was good until I saw this dude play. Well, I never really thought I was good. But It is impressive watching this dude throw some bags. I mean, he will throw that bag dead in the hole.
What do you do at Patriot Bolt, baby?
Handle MCRs, kind of,
It's funny. That's the first thing you said was handle MCR. That must
MTRs.
MTR.
Oh, sorry.
Open your ear holes.
I can do that too. But,
See, that must explain something. That's what I heard.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all Chris hears. Chris
Okay,
can nap
well,
all
we
day.
were clarifying then that he meant MTRs.
MCRs,
yeah.
documentation.
Handle all the stuff that goes outside the process, checking and make sure everything's good to go.
Yep.
Stuff like that, getting back on time.
Codings, expedite. Yeah,
That's the hardest job to build.
for sure.
It's up there.
I mean, always outside processing, I think, is it's a difficult thing to manage. I think most people in this world do not do a very good job at it. And so it takes someone who has some experience and very detailed and stays on them. Very annoying. Kind of have to be annoying, right?
You do.
Yeah.
It upsets people sometimes, but
For sure.
it's got to be done. Now I'm getting my feet wet in sales.
Yep.
Dabbling with that.
Yep. Going after some new business,
Mhm.
calling on some old business, starting to get your feet wet, some quoting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The other thing that we glossed over, and I missed this last week, but Bryce, if you haven't noticed, he trimmed the beard. So looking clean. I think
Yes.
it probably
Let me
took like
see.
10 years off.
No,
Yeah. 10 years, yeah.
I
Don't
feel
you think, dude?
older.
I was gonna say
I mean-
18.
I feel
15,
older
yeah.
without it. I feel like that gave me it's like my fountain of youth. That
It's much
beautiful
better now.
flowing
This,
beard.
this is what you need to go with. So there's no telling how many girls got in.
Oh, man.
So let's see.
It all started when we were in doing sales calls up north. We always play this game. We ask people how we are, how old they think we are, and people always say Chris looks like he's 70.
They've never said 70, but
They said 60.
they did
They've
say
said
60. Yeah.
Someone said I was kind of old. They just kind of got to me.
Yeah.
And then I determined it, and I screwed. I was like, nah,
I think we have to admit that we are getting old, Bryce.
nope, not me.
Yeah.
Not me. Still a spry young man.
We're going to test that out in Vegas in a few weeks.
Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. I'm not gonna. It's just business there, bro. I know there's gonna be a lot of good customer interaction going on in Las Vegas, so we're excited. It's always a good show. That's all I do. I handle business in Vegas.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will.
I'm all over that.
You're
Okay, let's.
You're the one that takes naps.
Well, I am 60 years old.
Exactly.
Hey, let's get in some parts, man.
JB, you pick. Which one do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about this one on the right here.
Okay.
Whiteheads,
This. What size do you think that is, baby?
spot, half 13.
There you go.
13.
What material? Smell it.
Taste it. Lick it. Love it.
Stainless.
It is stainless.
Right.
It is a grade of stainless. It is Nitronic 60. So no broach yet. They just started on these bad boys. I think they got a couple hundred they're running out in the shop. But it's a cool part. Nitronic 60 isn't the most common.
So what's the drive going to be? Is it a flathead or is it a socket?
It's a socket. It's going to be, yeah, so they're going to broach it next.
Hex socket.
It's a hex socket.
6-point hex socket.
Yeah. An Allen head flat countersunk.
Because it could be a 12-point.
It could be. It could be a
Torx head.
It could be a Phillips.
Yeah.
It could be a flathead.
Yeah.
It could be a
Well, it is a flathead.
or
It could be.
no, the slotted head.
There you go.
You shut your mouth. What are you talking about?
All the experience that you gain by the time you're 60 years old, you'll be there one day, Bryce.
Not a chance.
All right, lovely part.
Yeah, cool, Martin. What's next?
This one right here.
Small guy. I don't even know what you call that. I think that is called. I have no idea what you call that.
Threaded bushing.
Maybe.
It's just got a lot of cool features. I think the thing to point out is that that is just a specialty machine part for customer drawing. It's got a lot of cool features. It was machined from solid round bar. That's the major diameter of that large diameter flange. We machined it down, threaded it, and then it's got a couple of milled slots there on the outside. I'm sure that's to tighten it down in the application.
What's the material? Smell it.
17.4.
Close. You're actually
Really?
close. 347. I don't know why that's close. It's
Yeah.
stainless, but it is 347. 347.
What makes 347 special?
Niobium or something.
Does it have a little bit of titanium in it?
Maybe it's titanium.
I think
Maybe
it is.
321's a niobium.
I
Maybe I'm
think,
getting them
I
confused.
think 347 has just a dash.
Yeah, you might be right. I don't remember.
I'm sure we're going to get lots of hate if I'm wrong.
Probably.
But we're fine.
It's all good.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We like to, throw things out there that aren't true to see if you can catch it.
Or maybe they are true, and then
And
people
they're like, wow, these guys are smart.
think we know what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Last but not least.
This is a really awesome card. I love it.
So this is one that I think
We
you can
debated a little
argue
bit of what to call it.
what you call this thing.
Yeah.
So, an Allen nut.
Okay.
So JB's saying Allen nut. So you've got a threaded portion here. It's 1.8". And then it's obviously round. And then on this side, you got another Allen head. So, or an Allen drive.
Nuts, I think is what we decided, right?
Socket nut or
Socket
Allen nut.
Is what we're going to call that. We're thinking about patenting that.
Socket nut?
Yeah.
I think there is such a thing as a socket. So you thread it on and tighten it up with your Allen wrench there.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it's B16, right?
Bay DSE.
So since
Okay.
JB is the MTR king, what makes B16 different from B7?
B16 different than B7.
There's one additional
You got
element.
this.
One additional element.
It's close to the end of the alphabet. Come on, JB, you got this, man.
Vanadium.
Vanadium.
Vanadium. It's exactly the same chemistry of it.
4148 plus
Addition of
VA.
vanadium.
Yeah. Word up.
So B16 little yield strength at elevated temperature.
Right. And not much.
Not much.
It's not much. I think what do you do? I think
At ambient temperature, it's the same minimum tensile and yield.
so it maintains the same yield tensile up to 800 as B7. I think it's 850 as B16. Or maybe 850 and 900. But it's not that big a difference.
Sounds right. I didn't have that much detail, but good job, Bryce.
I just made that up. I dare you to
I was thinking as you were saying it, I'm just making that up.
Sound
So when somebody puts in the comments there, we're gonna hear more.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a challenge episode. We challenge you to prove us wrong. Exciting week at the shop. Lots of activity. We got a lot of work. I think turnarounds are getting ready to kick off.
This week has been exceptional as far as
Wow.
just the customer activity.
Been wild.
It had slowed just a little bit in the last few weeks. This week has certainly made up for it immensely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Good way to end the month. One more month in the third quarter, aka September.
Yeah.
So, like I said, a lot of turnarounds kicking off. We got parts shipping all over the place too. That's kind of cool. So we got parts shipping out of the country, all over the country. So it's not just here in the Gulf Coast. Obviously, the Gulf Coast keeps us very, very busy, but customers all over the place now. So if we can help, there's always room in our shop for your orders. So I know side Patriot Sealing Technologies, they have a lot of capacity now. They brought in some new equipment. So all your windings, all your heat exchanger gaskets, your special bonnet gaskets for valves,
And profile.
cam profiles, you name it, man. We can kick some butt over there. They can turn around parts quick. Then the hose facilities, the same thing. Alex and his group over there are hungry and they're ready for turnarounds and, fast moving hose assemblies. So we got a really good group of companies here that can help with all turnarounds.
Good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all of the people, man, everyone within each organization are very responsive. They know that we have to take care of customers and move fast. So you tell us how quick you need stuff and we will jump. Word up.
Yes, sir. We've got ADIPEC coming up in a couple of weeks in Abu Dhabi. Going to be a big oil and gas trade show over there, similar to what OTC is in Houston.
Yep.
Right after that, we've got the Vegas Fastener Show
Yep.
that we mentioned earlier. That's going to be an exciting one. That's always a great show for us.
Yep.
I think that's pretty much it.
JB, what do we say at the end of each episode?
Please like, share, subscribe,
Comment.
leave a comment.
A question. Tell us how old Kris is.
Yeah. Give us some corrections on some of our technical data.
Someone please say Kris is like 72. To make
You know,
him show his birth
You know,
certificate.
you have to acknowledge that I got rid of the grays on there.
Yeah, you
so,
look dapper.
so I look probably 58 now.
You look
think?
dapper. You need an ascot.
An ascot.
Yeah.
That's
You know, like
it's a cravat.
cravat. Is it the
Cravat.
ascot? No, the
Probably.
ascot I think is a neck.
You and your ascots.
Yeah,
Right.
but you.
It's a cravat. It's the one.
Is that a cravat?
It's a cravat.
It's an ascot.
I don't know. I mean, that's between you and some of your friends.
I think you may have made that.
Whatever the
You know,
ascot
I do
is.
something. And again,
Not a good thing.
we dug it.
We are going to get our ascots out of here.
Yep.
So
Felicia,
have a great weekend.
like,
Everybody joining
comment,
us.
share.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks for
Here.
joining,
Yep.
JB.
We're done.
Have a good day.
Boats and hoes, boats and hoes. I gotta have me my boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.